You're so cute. Oh my god, I literally just said all this stuff and I was not even filming. I am adventuring again. This year is Izzy's adventure year apparently when it comes to Jane Austen themed things. Why not? It's the anniversary year. So today I'm going to be going to Belton House, which was Lady Catherine de Bourgh's house in the 1995 version of Pride and Prejudice. And then to wrap that up, like I'm fully going all Lizzie Bennet right now. So I'm going to go there in the day, and then tonight I'm actually going to be staying in what was Mr. Collins's and Charlotte Lucas's humble abode, literally the one out of the 1995 adaptation. So it's been a B&B for quite a few years now. I've never stayed there before, but it's actually not going to be a B&B past this month. I was literally so lucky that I contacted them and asked to stay when I did, because genuinely otherwise I just wouldn't have had the opportunity. So I'm really excited. Hopefully see some shelves in the closet, because happy thought indeed. And I'm so excited. It's giving visiting Kent, but it's not in Kent. Now I'm filming, I'm not 100% sure if I'm feeling the rainbows today, but that's what we're going for. The weather's really weird. So we had amazing, beautiful weather. I was literally in shorts the other day, like full on spring vibes. In the UK, I feel like spring is the time that we tend to get like the best sunny weather, because sometimes our summers are just complete washouts. So I was like, yeah, get my shorts out, I'm gonna embrace this. It was boiling, like I was literally walking around in a t-shirt. And then today, it's like cold again, it's cloudy. So I genuinely don't know what to wear at the moment. So we're just rolling with the stripy top and a play suit. And if it is really sunny tomorrow, I'm pretty pooped because I'm not packed for such weather. About 2 hours to Belton House, which is my first stop. And then once I'm in the area, everything's pretty, you know, easy running. It's like 20 minutes from each other. So yeah, I'm gonna head off. I am gonna be listening to Venus by Lisa Lister. It's been on my to be read list for a while. I love everything by Lisa Lister, so I'm really excited for this one. So yeah, I'm all set up with my audiobook and I'm gonna head off now. Okay, I just arrived. It took forever. There was such bad traffic. It felt longer than my trip down south the other week, so I don't know what that's about. But I'm here, I'm at Belton House. I'm excited to see this because I've never seen it before, and get some food. And the weather, oh my god, I was in the car, the sun's like blazing in, so it was like boiling while I was driving. I was like, no, I did not pack for this weather. Yeah, the joys of living in the UK. You can never pack for the weather because the weather's unpredictable. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go have a look around. Okay, I think I'm gonna go and find coffee first because it's definitely gonna start raining.
It's very light in here.
Shall we go?
Oh, perfect. I can. You know, it picks up actually better on my. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, it's such a shame. So that I do recognise it, and that is in this room.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to look at that yet? Well, I have in the 2 rooms I've been in. It's on the
Just behind the cupboard.
yeah, the bureau cabinet.
So that's looking inside the bureau, and that's the room that you've just taken
Amazing.
there. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's perfect. Ah.
Embroiderers, if you stand out of your own light there a little bit, that's some artwork that she's created.
Wow.
And then some of the ladies here have created an embroidery society or whatever, and one of the ladies has created this in the last 6 months.
That's beautiful.
So it's a copy of
yeah,
that.
it's a replica of it. That's amazing.
But it is lovely, because again, with the gold wiring and that sort of thing, the tensions and the stitches and so on are all very difficult to combine. And
Amazing.
things that she's created, and that's her as a bust.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
So the book reveals, what's it called here? She wrote and published needlework
Wow.
for art in 1886. There were 2 chairs in the other room, but they've taken a lot of things out of the yellow where the
Piano forte would have been, yeah.
Just so that you don't get too much light over there. The piano would have been here, and you would have seen a view through there
Yeah.
that you may have seen in the programme itself. And these wonderful pictures here depict the house in about 1840
Oh,
and the various
amazing.
views. So that's looking from here through there.
Yeah.
That's what it's like. Rooms that were used, as far as I know, for the filming of Pride and Prejudice in 1995.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how to fully emphasize how exciting this is. Like, I literally am staying in the same room as Elizabeth stayed in. Like, friends. Little Izzy, whose entry into Jane Austen was because her mum always watched the 1995 Pride and Prejudice, right? And it just started my love. Okay, that's where my love started. Like, this just feels full circle. Okay, I'm making little Izzy's dreams come true right now. And I am gonna go and get some food in the neighbouring village, which should be nice. I'm thinking pie or fish and chips. I always go for fish and chips, so I'm thinking pie this time. Looking a little dishevelled, but it's been a long day. Okay, it's been a long day at this point. Outfit change up and my huggy socks on. literally the only socks I could find to have my dog's face on. But that's okay because he's always with me, you know, he's always with me and he's on my feet. That's okay. So we're jumpsuiting it. I've got to go, but we'll be back. Unpredictable weather, like I was saying earlier, you just never know. Okay. It feels so much joy right now, just having like the best day. I feel like I have these like little tangents every time I do vlogs where I was like, I got to use the toll, like I felt so empowered. But honestly, I feel like when I like reflect back on my life, the fact that I've literally come on just like a solo trip. So I toured the house today, and then obviously I'm staying at the rectory overnight. I'm coming out for a meal on my own. Nowadays that doesn't actually seem so big for me because I do that quite often, but when I reflect back and I think about in the past, like when I was at uni, I had horrific anxiety. Like I couldn't even get on trains, like let alone take myself out to dinner, and it was awful, like just feeling fearful of like doing stuff on my own, or like I couldn't survive on my own kind of thing, whereas now I just feel so differently. And honestly, that's like such a blessing, and it's so nice, and I just feel like I get these incredible experiences and I don't need to rely on anyone else to have them, which is amazing. Like, I mean, today, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was at the house and I was like filming with my tripod, I was like, right now I really wish someone was here with me just to help me get this footage. Carry on.
I hope that comes out. I'm not the best with technology.
Don't worry. But you know, it's fine, that again, it's just like, it's one of those hurdles you just have to get over. Like I don't work Fridays, that's why I'm able to make content on Fridays, and again, that's just such a blessing and a privilege that I have in my workplace, but I don't have anyone else who's like in that same situation apart from my mum who's busy today, but yeah, it just feels really nice, and I'm excited to go and eat. I'm eating at the Black Bottle, which is literally a village on from where the rectory is, where I'm staying. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat and then I'll catch up with you guys because I just have so much that I want to chat about the house today. We'll catch up later. Okay, I'm back and I'm absolutely shattered. So tired. I'm gonna make a hot chocolate and then I'm gonna chill, and I'm going to continue watching the 1995 Pride and Prejudice because what a moment to watch it while I'm also staying in one of the locations. I feel like that is a highlight, a life highlight for me. Okay, we're going to have to go back to this part. So looking at the room, the bed would have been across here, and obviously that was more blue and white. This is where I was today. So I was in this room today. So this room is downstairs, and I'll film a little bit in there tomorrow.
My feelings will not be repressed. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you. Miss Elizabeth Bennet.
Just quick reflections on Belton House yesterday. All of the staff that I met were just so lovely, and there was one gentleman in particular who literally was like, come on, I'll show you all the locations that were used for the filming in the 1995 adaptation, and that was just so lovely. I feel like every time I go to these different houses at the moment, just the staff and the volunteers who work there are just so friendly and kind, and it just it just makes the experience all the more special. So yeah, really lovely staff there, and they're super helpful. They just noticed that I had my Jane Austen house bag, which is kind of what sparked conversation with most of them, but they're all really keen to chat and share things about the house, things that are obviously related to the 95 adaptation, but then in general, like, that house has a lot of history and a lot of amazing stories. Another thing that's totally wild and feels kind of synchronistic is a bit like when I went to Chawton House, and there was all this like amazing exhibition around like women and celebrating different women writers, artists, poets, actresses, that kind of thing, for across the years. When I went to Belton House, it was pretty much the same thing. It was wild. So it's really lovely actually, because I'm doing all this Jane Austen content at the moment. I can't continue making loads of stuff for the Her Stories, Our Stories series at the moment, which I absolutely love and feel really passionate about. But I'm going to all these places with Jane Austen in mind, and then I'm getting all this inspiration about other women that I could talk about in that series, which is incredible. So like at Belton House, one of the ladies, Nina, who lived there, she was a sculptor. Another one was called Marianne, and she was really passionate about like embroidery and sewing, and she actually made this book, this incredible book. It's like this thick, all about sewing and teaching people how to sew. And one of the staff members was saying that she was really trying to advocate for the fact that, you know, sewing was so much more than just like this domesticated hobby for women. And she started a school for sewing, and there's loads of her work on display, but then also there's a club that's now started, like this embroidery club in relation to Belton House, where they're doing replicas of her pieces that she designed as well, which I think is amazing. But yeah, this book was like this thick that she'd like written all about sewing, like the art of sewing, and yeah, trying to help and teach other people to sew and what they could create with that, like essentially creating art. And then Sophia was another lady who lived there. These are all in different time periods, and she was this incredible artist, and she did like loads of paintings, and this was like in a time when, you know, women weren't allowed to study art or essentially kind of like sell their art or be celebrated for their art. So yeah, she was self-taught, and she created these amazing pieces. So it was just amazing to go around the house and to like hear all these different stories about all these different women, and I definitely want to look into a lot of them more to see, you know, there could be places in like the Her Stories, Our Stories series for all these women. So yeah, it was really fascinating, and so really enjoyed it, learnt so much being there. The grounds are beautiful. I only saw a snippet of what's available there, so I would love to go back and take Hoggy and walk, because it does seem pretty dog friendly. There was dogs everywhere, so yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful in the gardens. They have an orangery, which I love as well. They have a really great cafe. Their bookshop there is massive, so most National Trust properties now have these little bookshops where it's usually like secondhand books that they sell, but theirs was massive, so that's available. Obviously there's a shop, and there's like a little play area, so if you do have children, there's like an indoor play area there as well. So I've not seen that before. I don't think it's any other National Trust, so that's pretty unique. But yeah, really wonderful property, definitely on my top list. I don't know how many numbers are on there, but it's definitely up there with one of my favourite properties that I visited. So yeah, it was amazing. The plan for today is to go to Burley House, because that's about 20 minutes from here. But all of my trip to Burley House is likely going to be in its own vlog. It depends how much footage I get today. So we'll find out, we'll see what happens. breakfast I was chatting to Victoria about, you know, how how the BBC kind of found her house and how she ended up how it ended up being used for Mr. Collins's house in the 95 adaptation. And she said she was actually away picking her daughter up from uni, and the BBC showed up and her husband was in the house, and because it was like, you know, back when, you know, there wasn't Amazon and things, he thought it'd just be like somebody knocking, like a Jehovah's Witness or something, because that would tend to be who was knocking at that time. He actually didn't answer the door because he was just like, oh, you know, I'm not particularly interested anyway, so I'll just leave it. And then and then he saw that they'd posted through that it was like the BBC and they were looking for a property and things, and so he was like really worried. He's like, oh no, we've probably missed out on this opportunity. But then they got in touch again because they were actually already filming at Belton House, where I was yesterday, for Lady Catherine's property, and so they were looking for a rectory that would fit the criteria, and they looked through the window and they could see that inside it was still all in this kind of Georgian interior, and obviously the outside fits with the church being just there and everything as well, so it was kind of perfect. Apparently there was another one as well down the road that they were looking at, but essentially they just drove around looking for something that would fit the description that they were after, obviously like the description in the book, and I mean this one suits it perfectly. So yeah, so I think that's totally crazy. And then after her husband Barry died, Victoria started the B&B, which she's been doing for 15 years now, which is a really long time. But yeah, this is the last month that she's doing it because her daughter's taking over the rectory and she's moving across the road. So yeah, this is it. But yeah, 15 years of people being able to come and celebrate the 95 Pride and Prejudice, which is amazing, and I'm so chuffed. And I'm so chuffed that I got the chance to stay here before she stops it being a B&B, because I quite easily could have just like put it off more, because I was just like, oh, I'll do that at some point. But yeah, I was really lucky that I just happened to book in for this month, and this was it. So yeah, and her dog Jacko is really cute as well. So yeah, it's been really fun, and I'm going to head off now. I'm going to drive to Burley House. So yeah, just such a fun experience, and I've loved it.